Good evening. My name is Lisa Blauvelt, and this is my last video entry for this class. I decided to focus on a remarkable woman by the name of Dottie Schroeder for my final project and final research. So, attached, I have my abstract. Um, uh, Dottie Schroeder is one of the most famous female players in professional baseball. While men were deployed during the Second World War, the All American Girls Baseball League was formed to keep American morale up during these tumultuous times of war. Schroeder was an incredibly gifted shortstop. She was all around. Successful, you'll see later in my video, in the game, but she was also very congenial and popular. She had several records throughout the game and is the only player to have been part of the entire 12-year span of this particular league. So here I have my bibliography, but let's get started. So during the Second World War, the Chicago Cubs owner, Phil Wrigley, turned to women and wanted women to step up and keep America's game going, keep American morale up. Um, Overseas, men could listen to the radio. They wanted to hear something that could take their mind off of the war. So women were turned to pick up the game of baseball. This wasn't softball, this was actually baseball. So Wrigley ended up forming the All American Girls Professional Baseball League, which is also known as the All American League for short. So in 1943, it was officially founded, and Dottie Schroeder was one of the youngest players to enter the game. She was only 15 years old when she entered the game. She was born in 1928 and she lived in Illinois. And she loved baseball. She played baseball with her brother. She played baseball with her cousins on the cow pastures. And she just absolutely adored the game. And when she learned about the opportunity to actually play professional baseball, she jumped right on it, even at the young age of 15. So she went from being a farmer to this professional baseball player. And she quickly just became a all-around favorite. All of the players liked playing with her, even if they were on the opposing team. She was very kind. She was known for her braids. She was a shortstop. Um, And she is, like I said earlier, the only player to have played all 12 seasons. Even after men came back from the war, things were going back to normalcy, and they decided to get rid of the All American League. She went on a tour with the touring team for 4 years. And then when they didn't have any more money and they dissolved the touring team, she was no longer playing baseball. So she was very successful. She was the only player to play those 12 seasons. She was an all-star for 3 years. She was a leading shortstop. She's an all-time leader for RBIs, or runs batted in. At bats, she has the most opportunities at the plate, and she played the most games in the entire league. She also ended up making a lot more money than her father would have during this time period, which is very interesting because she's a woman, but also just the opportunity presents itself in a different way. Since it's wartime, things are going to be very different. There are not really going to be a lot of men that are going to be left in the United States. And obviously, she's not going to be getting paid what men in baseball would be paid, but she was getting paid a lot more than her father. So in her first team that she was part of, she was making about $55 per week. And in her final team in her final placement, she was making about $110 per week, whereas her father was making about $80 per month as a farm owner. So, following the 1954 season, Schroeder joined part of the All American Touring League for the 3 years until it was no longer funded. And once her career ended, she really didn't talk a lot about her experiences. Um, she ended up moving back home to Illinois. She lived with her twin brother. She never got married. She didn't have any children. She worked for 36 years at a cap and gown company. And nothing really came about her experiences as a professional baseball player until um, 1988, when the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown decided to open up a Females in Baseball exhibition where she was able to go. She's one of the very few players that is individually photographed. She also signed several autographs while she was there, and some articles even say that she signed the most autographs. Another opportunity for her to open up about her experiences as a baseball player was after the movie A League of Their Own came out in the 1990s with Gina Davis, Madonna, and Tom Hanks. Dottie, the main character by Gina Davis, is loosely based on Dottie Schroeder, which is very interesting. This was something that I watched a lot when I was younger, and to be able to learn about the real Dottie Schroeder really was very interesting to me. Um, so, um, Suddenly, she died in 1996, but she is still considered to be one of the best. And she's almost like a Derek Jeter character. She's very congenial. People knew her. And on the left, I have this was from one of the surveys that they sent out. They took a photo of her looking through her statistics, but Schroeder said she just had the best time while she was playing baseball. She still loves the game. Um, so she really is an amazing person. I think that probably anyone who appreciates baseball should really know about her. Um, Something else that I found that was really interesting about her game. I'm a huge baseball fan. My family is a huge baseball fan. But in some of the articles that I was reading, they were saying that all of the success that she had was in the period when they still had dead balls. So that meant that they didn't really have like cork in the baseballs. So all of the times that she was like hitting the ball really hard, like 10 times harder than it would be today with the cork in the middle of the ball, because it would have less bounce off of the bat. So, not only is she going to be one of the best female baseball players, but she might be one of the better baseball players as well. So I really hope that you enjoyed my presentation about Dottie Schroeder. I know I enjoyed learning about her. Please comment below any questions, and I hope everyone has a great night. Bye.